Warning: the following audio podcast may include language of an adult, nonsensical, repetitive, and quite frankly, moronic nature. On the plus side, if you watch the video version, you get to see two sexy motherfuckers. Enjoy the show.
And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Ooh, welcome to Waffle Box, the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 151, we find out what you legally have to refer as a taco now. Taco. Ryan Reynolds stars in this week's movie review as Ryan Reynolds. In the 50th movie, he has starred as Ryan Reynolds, but it's quite fantastic anyway. Plus, we find out which strip club in Baltimore is any good in this new... Plus more. I'm Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing, buddy?
Oh my goodness, what's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here, coming to you with episode number 151, the drunkest episode of the Waffle Box. That's how drunk we are already. The Waffle Box. It's the original Waffle Box. It's the People's Podcast. You accept no substitutions. It's the best part of Wednesday. It's coming to you all the way from the future home of Super Bowl 60. You love us because we do this, and we do this because we love you. Producer Lathan, what is going on?
What's happening, fellas? It's the highlight of my week to hang out with you guys and play these jingles, so without further ado, let's take some ass and kick some names, shall we?
I think I got it the wrong way around, but there you go. I like the enthusiasm, though. Appreciate it, Lathan. How you been, Kush? How you been?
Dude, well, I was doing great before we started the prep for this show. This was the most dramatic... I've literally shed blood over simpler things, not trying to get to this podcast. And today this was a chore. So not that we had to do the show, but literally just like there was 117 programs running in the background of my laptop, Mike Fish.
Well, some of them viruses from certain Eastern European countries, because you've been having too much meat time, Kush. Is that what it is?
Yeah, we've had some fun on old Prime here. Yeah. This was the contaminated laptop that we've been using the last 6 months. We originally had Bosley, who got retired a few months ago. Like we still use the Bosley for the audio commentaries, but yeah, when we needed video, we were glitching all the time. It was just like it's just not a powerful enough engine or a microprocessor or a whatever. Prime can handle that. However, that bitch had a little too much fun without me this weekend, apparently. Like, holy shit. I was only working on a fucking Rockies game or series. And yeah, for whatever reason, it took us an hour of prep time to actually get this show started today. So, yeah.
And by prep time, he means send me a Zoom link. It took him an hour to send me a Zoom link.
I mean, it's usually a little more involved in that. However, to get to the objective of sending you that Zoom link,
you got nothing to do, Kush. All you have to do is go into your cinema room, take your seat, boot up the laptop.
Well, we did that, and then the fucker just thought about it for an hour. It's like, do I want to start? Do I not want to start? Like, yeah, it's one of those things. Twitter, aka X, I think is now just X. I think they're doubling down on that.
Like, yeah, again, now because it used to, if you go to x.com, it would just relocate back to twitter.com. But now I think they've just killed off twitter.com officially.
Yeah, so I clicked the link I click every damn week, and this time I got x.com equals ph2 or something like that, and it just like froze forever. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting for Zoom to come up. Yeah, like X is not doing anything and Zoom doesn't want to come up, and then like I'm like, well, maybe I should bring Bosley out of the warm-up dugout. Like, come on out here. And Bosley was like,
emotional damage.
The folks don't want to hear this shit. That was the right soundbite, sir. Thank you so much. I had a great weekend. Again, I worked with the Colorado Rockies broadcast team. They're one of the most loosest teams in the world. We had a thing called the Beta Breakers this previous Sunday, which just ruins the city. Public transit, traffic, everything is just put on the back burner for this dumb, dumb, dumb marathon. Maybe you're a real runner, fine. You're one of the folks in the front. That's your thing. Then you got like 20 people dressed like a centipede. And then just like marching on the down, just causing all sorts of traffic. Just folks just like, yeah, I just want to take my 18 pack of Old Milwaukee for a walk. They will do that. Some folks decide they just want to wear a Santa hat and nothing else.
Perfect.
So, anyways, that's what I was dealing with on Sunday. Otherwise, I had a great freaking weekend. I had a great time at my employment, and yeah, I love what I do. So, Mike Fish, how was your weekend, sir?
Oh, my weekend. Oh,
Great shirt, FYI.
Thank you.
Dude, I think this is like the most stylish you've ever been on the show.
Well, this kind of almost leads into my story because now
Oh,
finally
snap.
we've finally got to the part of the year where it's now seemingly, touch wood, consistently nice weather days. So the nice Hawaiian style shirts get busted
There you
out,
go.
so I can kind of get into the motion of it. But so I was like Tim the Toolman Taylor this weekend because weather's nice, and as soon as the weather's nice, we like to sit
Sure,
outside
sure.
in the backyard a lot more because that's very nice, sitting there with nature, drinking our drinks and eating our foods. But so I have to power wash, which is my favorite time of year. It's better than Christmas. I get the power washer out, and I
Oh,
just
you got a power
get all the,
washer?
yeah,
Look at
yeah.
Hollywood over here, everybody. What?
Well, I might borrow it from my neighbor, but whatever. It's not
Oh,
important to the
still,
story.
what a great situation to have.
Oh, it's awesome. And so my back's fucked, but whatever. But just getting rid of all that shit. And then I found like this box that obviously belongs to the person that owns the house. Box full of cushions that have been sitting in there in this box for a while. So they're a bit like cobwebby, spider webby, bit dusty, whatever.
Okay,
So I
take
was
it.
like, well, these are like out.
Chair cushions and
Yeah,
couch
yeah.
cushions.
So what they look like couch cushions, but the fabric that they're set up to be outside.
Okay. Lawn furniture cushions. Yes, sir.
There we go. So I figured, right, I'll get these out. I'm going to power wash these cushions as well. I'm just going to power wash everything. I'm going to fuck,
Seems
right?
like nice intentions.
Yeah. And so I put it on the
But
floor, went to power wash the first cushion, and obviously, as soon as the power washer hit the cushion like ran away because of the pressure, obviously.
okay.
Good name.
Okay.
So what I
Sure.
thought, well, what I'll do is I'll hold the cushion in the corner of and then I'll power wash it with the other hand.
Okay.
To which my hand-eye coordination was a bit lacking after a few hours of power washing, and I decided to power wash my hand. And I can tell you what, spoiler alert, fucking hurt.
Yeah, that did.
It broke the skin. I got there wasn't too much blood, but it was a little bit.
Broke
But I
the
was like, what the
skin.
fuck? Yeah.
Wow.
So kids, power
Broke the
washers.
skin.
It's not playtime, buddy. It's not a toy.
Bruce Lee has
Just the
the
facts,
late
ma'am.
great Bruce Lee has that old saying, be like water. It can fit into any container, but it can also smash rock. And apparently smashing rock is a lot harder than breaking the skin on your hand. Yeah, man, fucking hell.
Who's going to tell me Bruce Lee, the famous catchphrase? Bruce Lee was always talking about, one does not power wash one's self.
No, that's not the thing I was going. Anyways, be like the water.
Be
Like,
like water. Be more like
also
water.
keep your goddamn hands out of power tools. Come on, dude.
But it's right. It's like I learned a lesson now.
Yes,
It's
you
it's
did.
like the child that touches the hot stove and they instantly go, "Oh, I'm never going to do that again."
Hmm.
I now know not to, to keep my hands as far away from the pressure jet. Boom.
Sure. Were you able to clean the cushions?
I was.
Okay.
I put them on some furniture and just.
I sincerely thought the story was going with like the power washer destroyed the cushions, or it turned out like
That would have been
my great
hilarious.
aunt Edna's ashes were held in those cushions. I don't know why that would be a thing, but like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, I thought, pretty sure that the owner of the power washer was gonna be like, I could have just washed them, stupid. But okay,
Oh, I
but
don't know
did they
about the
appreciate
ashes,
it?
but yeah, it would have been funny if as soon as like the went psh, and the cushions exploded,
Yeah, right.
and I'd had all this shit all over the place, and I had to start again. Oh, the wackiness of that story. But yeah, fun. It's lots of fun. Just keep your hands away from the pressure washer. Other than that, it's lots of fun. I'm sure I've told this story many times, but it's a yearly tradition. I always whack the AirPods in, earbuds,
Hmm.
whatever they're fucking called,
Yeah,
and I listen to the Ghostbusters theme song while I do it.
why not? That's yes, I understand.
I ain't afraid of
I
no dirt.
understand. Yo soy comprende.
Mm. We got a lot to
Eh,
talk about. We got a lot to cover tonight. So we got four top stories to go over.
oh, that's exciting.
Four, and
I wanted
then
to
obviously,
expand on your Ghostbusters reference more, but we gotta get to these top stories.
yeah, well, basically, the pressure washer is the proton pack,
Mm-mm.
and the
I
dirt
understand.
is
No,
the ghosts.
yo soy comprende. What part of Spanish do you not understand,
Well,
sir?
you just said you wanted me to expand on it. I don't know
No,
what.
I said I wanted to expand on it.
Go on then.
We used to, all right. There, you go to the gas station nowadays, and they got the automated car wash machine. That's pretty standard across the board nowadays. But there's a little spot down south from me where you just put a couple quarters in. They got the pressure washer built for cars. It's not going to smash out your window or anything, thank God. But it'll take that encrusted dirt off. And yes, you would pretend you were a Ghostbuster the entire time doing it for all 2 minutes and 45 seconds that your quarter would get you. That's all I wanted to say. It's not so funny when I got to rush through it, but shit. Perfect.
New favorite jingle. That is my little soundbite.
Yeah, I like it. You also should have a flawless victory.
Oh, see. I was gonna get the flawless victory soundbite for Birthday Blackjack, but
Ooh.
you're never gonna get flawless victory. Let's be honest. You're not gonna get a five on them.
I'm not mad at that. Normally, I should be like, you underestimate my abilities, but yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Hadouken!
Anyway, it's fun.
That's all right.
Still to come, brand new
Producer
feature.
Lathan's doing this shit.
Strip Club Yelp Reviews, where we go to Baltimore this week. Ooh, it's exciting. It's exciting. But yeah, Lathan, he's pushing us forward. He's giving us the Oscar of music. So let's crack on. Let's get on with this week's top stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
Bubbles.
Breaking news. I forgot to start the timer. So
Breaking news.
every goddamn time I hate it. Anyway, this week's first top story comes to us. Oh, this is like breaking news. This is like a lot of people who are watching and listening to this are going to be heartbroken by this, apparently. So, a cow cuddling craze in the United States could be under threat due to a bird flu outbreak.
What?
Yeah, it's one of those sentences where I understand every single word that's in it, but once they put those in a certain order, I'm like, what?
Yeah. There's words in there for sure. So a cow moo cuddling company. Like
Daisy.
you hug the cow.
You hug the cow.
You hug the cow.
But apparently now you might not be able to because of a bird flu.
The cows have the bird flu.
Yeah, so the cows got the bird flu. Why the fuck is it called bird flu then? Let's call it flu or cow flu.
That's interesting. It's not mad cow disease. Again, like there's so many interesting words in this sentence.
Oh, the next sentence kind of explains a lot. The social media trend. There we go. It's fucking TikTok again, I bet. Fucking people posting videos on TikTok about hugging cows. Leave the cows alone. They've got a job to do. Anyway. So yeah, the social media trend involves punters paying to snuggle up to a cow. Yeah, I think we could get that from the title. Thank you,
How much
BBC. Whilst also helping small farmers cover feed bills. So you pay the farmer to hug his cow and he just judges you. I'm assuming.
Yes, he does. He absolutely does.
100% judges you. However,
He's also
Cuddles.
conflicted about because he's like, I'm happy to have this £5 here.
Give me them. Well, this is America. So this is dollary dues, baby.
I'm happy to have this $5 then. Like,
although I'd rather have £5 because due to conversion rates, £5 is worth
I thought
more
this
than
was
$5.
well, the BBC was reporting on this, so I thought this
Well,
was an
they get
English story.
about. They love a bit of.
They do. They do get around.
So, however, cuddles with cattle could be under threat after bird flu was confirmed among dairy herds in 9 U.S. states.
Weird. Yeah, no, weird. Weird.
In
Just weird.
Texas, a dairy worker has tested positive for the virus, but the risk of human infection remains low, according to the government officials. While the emergency response order does not explicitly
Explicitly.
yeah, that one, prohibit cow cuddling, officials are not recommending it.
No pun intended, but I'm going to have to call bullshit on this one right off the bat. Did someone actually get sick from simply hugging a cow? Or was that the story that he told his wife? I'm being honest, babe. I stopped at second base. She meant nothing to me.
Producer Lathan might actually have a point. I know that's a joke, and I know that was a pre-programmed joke, but Producer Lathan might have a point.
He's a real boy with real thoughts.
All right.
Good name of Lathan.
Yeah, no, there's shenanigans happening here, but it's carried over to apparently 9 other states. So yeah, there's a serial cuddler here, and we can't describe it any better than that. Like there's someone who. This is how another certain virus happened, where like it was a male stewardess, and it was just like, yeah, I gotta fuck everything, man. Like, man, woman, dog, I don't care. Like, if it's got a hole, I got something for it. Like that's how a certain disease started in the 80s, and that's as far as I'm going with that.
I got hoes. I got hoes.
He had that male stewardess had plenty of hoes. Dude, so many hoes.
Moo.
Patient zero. Anyways, something similar like that is happening here, but it's cuddling cows.
I don't want to alarm people. Do you remember what happened when
weird
someone had fun time with a monkey?
I think we're talking about the same thing, and that was probably the same dude, honestly.
Exactly. So yes, we are on the same page.
I think we're talking about the same thing here. Yeah.
Leave animals alone. I think we've covered similar things before, but I think the moral of the story should always be stop touching animals unless you're just petting them above the waist.
Maybe don't pet them. Some of them don't like that. We've actually had stories on the Waffle Box about professional cuddling before, but it's always been with like a human being, and it's supposed to be just like, strictly platonic. And hey, you can only touch X and Y. Don't go to A and B ever, or Z. No A, B, or Z. Like, you don't do that. Don't do it. It's bad.
I reckon I could make a very good professional hugger.
I bet you could.
I mean, there's not much to me, but I can squeeze. I'm a good squeezer.
Okay. Plenty of people want that.
Yeah, sometimes you've had a rough day. You that little emotional stage where you kind of like you're not crying, but you just need that. You just need a squeeze. I think everything's gonna be okay.
Yes.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault, man. It's not your fault.
Yes. I would not book you, Mike Fish, but yes, I 100% understand what you're saying. And yes, I would be a member of your organization. I'd be
Assistant
like, here's
to
my
the
$95 a year. I need a hug.
Marvelous. Let's move a little bit closer to my home, the next sub story, where a New Jersey man said a fortune cookie predicted his lottery prize.
Oh, awesome.
What?
That never happens. Yeah. I don't know how many folks on the Waffle Box in the Serp squad Get Chinese food, but yeah, you get a little fortune cookie at the end of the night. That's an American thing. And for the longest time, you would just get this random ass, very abstract fortune. Like, do good unto others and they will do good to you. Something stupid like that. Bible verses just rephrased differently. And then about 25 years ago, they started adding lucky lotto numbers on the opposite side. Like, so you're getting two fortunes here. Like, oh, hey, your lucky numbers are 6, 12, 42, 18, 37, 1, something like that. Anyway, this man apparently took that to heart.
Well, Mr. Hayes, what you're saying makes complete and utter sense. However, that is not where this story is going.
What? What?
I know. It's shocking. Because that would have been boring.
Fucking hell.
So this guy from New Jersey claims that his fortune cookie predicted that he was going to win the lottery, and then he went on to win was it the Cash for Life, where you get like a grand every week for the rest of your life?
We don't have that here.
Well, maybe it's just a New Jersey lottery thing then. But so the New Jersey lottery said that the player opened up a fortune cookie from a Chinese restaurant and received the message. What do you think the message said?
I just
Considering
laid
he
it
says
down
he's
and you told me I was
predicting it,
wrong.
the message said, "Believe in miracles."
Okay.
That's not predicting a lottery win.
But he believed in a miracle, which is winning the lotto. So
I guess. But that could have been anything.
sure.
Like he could have been like he could have got his his summer jacket out of the closet because he hadn't worn it for 6 months, found like $20 in the pocket. Fortune cookie, protect this. You could literally use it for anything. It's cheating. I don't like him. And although I do love, because one day I am going to win the lottery in the state of New Jersey, calling it now.
Yes, you are. I believe in you.
New Jersey is one of the states that allows lottery winners to stay anonymous, which I don't understand why some states don't allow you to be anonymous. That's dumb as fuck.
It's a tax thing, but yes. Yeah, no, they
Hey,
California
everyone,
is one of those
this guy
that
won a
is
lot
not
of
allowed to
money.
be.
Get him.
Yeah. I want to be that guy in a lucha mask. Although next guy in a lucha mask is probably gonna get blamed on me. So anyways.
Maybe I could do just like have a luchador mask on and then see if I can give him a fake name like Kenneth Noisewater or something.
Sure.
Brian
They'll
Fantana.
publish whatever name you apparently in New Jersey they'll publish whatever name you want.
And they'll
If
publish
they even
bullshit
publish your
stories
name.
about fortune cookies predicting that you're going to win the fucking lottery in the first place.
I mean, apparently you don't even have to. You could just go like, no, I don't want you writing a story about me winning the lotto.
And
But
in
yeah,
the most
California, it's a tax thing. So
in the
yeah,
most
you gotta have
exciting
documented.
parts of this story is what he says he's going to do with the winnings. Woo!
What's he gonna do? Oh,
The
well,
winner said that
you're
he
gonna be
plans to
disappointed
use
here.
his winnings to balance his finances and plan for
Sure.
retirement.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Fucking
Okay.
hell. I think
I
we've
thought he was gonna do
found
something
out who it
stupid like,
was now.
I'm gonna give it to a puppy shelter. I'm like,
Fucking Ned Flanders has won the lottery, apparently. Oh, I'm gonna put it away for a rainy day. Oh,
nope, I'm all about that. Yeah, man, live
Fuck
the
that.
best life you got left now. Did you
Get
say
a
how old
Harley.
this gentleman was?
Go pick up some chicks half your age. You've earned it.
Definitely not in a Harlem, but yeah. Did you say how old this guy was?
No. He's
No,
anonymous, remember? He's a
anonymous.
mystery man.
Cool. So I'm gonna guess he's upper middle age, close to retirement, and he's just like, this is the greatest day in the world.
Yeah, he's probably like
Right.
mid 50s, I reckon. Mid 50s.
Yeah, sure.
Done poorly
Yeah,
with his life, so he's got a
55
bit
and
of debt.
60. Yeah. Again, good for him. And yeah, he's gonna enjoy this shit out of it. What was the jackpot? I'm sorry if you said it already.
It's a cash for life. So what you do is you win $1,000. The lottery sends you $1,000 every week for the rest of your life.
As to you.
So it's not like crazy. It's like what's that? 52K a year, which isn't. But still,
But
having that come in every week for the rest of
a
your
week,
life. allows you to pick up maybe like a part-time job just for funsies. Just to,
I've got a pretty good job, man. I don't make $1,000 a week, even when I work a week. Yeah, no, cool.
well, you need to show a little bit more titty then.
Oh,
Get some more money.
well,
My little
that's
penny.
the Kush Hayes OnlyFans account, and
Get out
for
those
$20,
titties.
titties.
Today's next top story takes us to China, where a Chinese zoo is being criticized online after visitors complain that the animals in the panda exhibit aren't bears at all. They're painted dogs. Ugh.
I heard about this. It's still hilarious, and I'm amazed they tried to get away with it. And
Well,
good
apparently.
on the community for going, that's some fucking dogs, man. Those aren't pandas. We're not stupid. Despite what you've tried to make us, we're not stupid.
So visitors to the Taizhou, Chou is Joe, like
I would
Joe,
love to
right?
fucking correct you on this. I
Taizhou.
got nothing on you. So
Anyway,
yeah.
in Jiangsu province, said they were surprised to discover the so-called panda dogs. So you can't now say no, these aren't. What we never said they're pandas. They're panda dogs. That went on display on May 1st are dogs with their fur trimmed and dyed to closely resemble the iconic Chinese bears. A zoo spokesman explained the zoo put the dogs on display because it does not have any pandas. You know, shit.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
You
Yeah.
can't. That's just terrible. Like that's a terrible excuse. It's like me robbing a bank and then going to court and going, Your Honor, fine. I only robbed the bank because I didn't have any money. Oh, get out of here, you crazy kid.
You little scamp.
You're gonna give me a little noogie.
Mike Fish with
Get
a
out of
Y.
here. Yeah. Oh, you scamp. Luckily, the zoo did deny that the fur dyeing process was in any way dangerous or harmful to the canines. But I love that. They're just like it's a loophole.
Yeah, I'm sure the
It's a
dogs are
loophole.
fine.
We didn't say they're panda dogs. They're panda dogs.
The panda dogs. I'm sure the panda
Is panda
dogs
dog
are
a real breed?
fine.
Maybe.
It is now.
It is now.
In China, it is now.
So there you go. Panda dog. Go and see go panda dogs. Panda dogs go see China. Finally, last story. Because everyone's been everyone. What is a taco? What is a taco? Nobody knows.
Not anymore,
Until
they do.
now. Thankfully, an Indiana judge has finally answered the long-standing question as to whether tacos are a sandwich or not.
In Indiana.
Indiana. Yes, the
Okay.
one place where the hierarchy, the realms that can. If you want to know about tacos, you go to Indiana.
I would absolutely love to know what Mexico thinks about this story, but please continue.
So Martin Quintana, a developer behind the new Quintana Plaza Strip, how can you? You got some balls and some ego. You're gonna name a strip mall after yourself. Like Jesus.
Pay for it. Why not? You can name it whatever you want. You can name it the Thundercats Plaza. But
yeah, do that. Mega, whatever. Brain's going dead. Anyway, so in Fort Wayne, Indiana, entered into an agreement with the Covington Creek Condominium Association.
Okay.
That would allow the opening of made-to-order sandwich restaurants, with Subway listed as an example, but barred, quote, traditional fast food chains such as McDonald's and Wendy's. So when in 2022, Martin struck a deal with the famous Taco, the CCCA, rolls off the tongue, was not best pleased. The dispute was brought before a judge who ruled that tacos and burritos are Mexican-style sandwiches. And so the opening of the Mexican restaurant would not require original agreement to be amended.
Not that I'm one to argue with a court ruling, but I dare anyone to go into your local taco spot and ask for a Mexican sandwich and see what reaction you get. Spoiler alert, get ready to be told to chinga tu madre. Google it.
Your Spanish is pretty good there, Lathan. Proud of you.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty. You even get the accent right.
God.
Yeah, man. Fuck. This is dumb for starters. But also I love they're just like, yeah, I dare you to go into any burrito shop or taqueria and ask for a Mexican sandwich. See what happens. Like,
I don't like it. I don't like it because to me, I don't know
I
about
kind of
you.
like it.
I I think a sandwich needs to be open on all four sides.
Interesting. Okay. And a burrito is definitely
That's,
only open on, it's not even open on two sides, closed in most spots. A
yeah,
taco is, but a taco has a whole 360 opening.
no. I think a sandwich needs to be something in between two pieces of bread, whereas a
I understand
taco
what you're saying.
is just one piece of corn
So,
or flour,
yep. Again, I understand what you're saying.
just spooning the meat.
There's definitely quesadillas. Depending where you go, it's probably not the best quesadilla, or maybe it is. It's fine. But yeah, it's literally just a tortilla, the cheese, and the meat, and then another tortilla, and it melts together. But other places will wrap it still like a burrito
See,
or
and a
fold it like a
burrito's not
taco.
a burrito's definitely not a sandwich. I'm calling BS on that one.
Yeah, again, we just
It's a
said
wrap.
that. So yeah,
It's a wrap.
it's a Greek wrap. Interesting. Yes. Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Like, what is this, man? Is a gyro a sandwich as well?
Well, they don't have any Greek spots in Indiana, apparently. Or at least none that are big enough that they would fit on that campus or fit in with that campus. And also, like, yeah, I've been on plenty of production shoots where like, hey man, we've been laboring all day, and the last thing I want is because you're excited about your trip to Greece. Like, who wants Mediterranean food? And like, no,
Ooh.
bitch, I no, I literally want sandwiches. I want a taco. I want Chinese food. I want anything, meat and rice. That's a good thing. We want protein. I don't want to fucking experiment with goat cheese and fart up the goddamn trailer all night. Like,
I mean, speaking of Mediterranean food, right? I remember at one of my previous jobs, I had to bring food to a meeting that I was having with a
okay,
prospective client. And
been there.
apparently, through my BDR, business development rep, whatever,
Hmm.
they suggested, I was like, well, what kind of food do they want? And they said, well, they don't really care that much as long as it's not Mediterranean food.
Oh, wow, very specific. Good.
So maybe they suggested just bring pizza. And I said, what? So that pizza, surely that's Mediterranean food. And he said, no, pizza's Italian food. I said, where the fuck do you think Italy is? And he just kind of looked at me. I was like, never mind. Fine, I'll just bring pizza, whatever. It's easy anyway. I don't give a fuck.
There's
I don't know if
look,
it was
dude.
him who's being stupid or
Italy is in the
the client.
Mediterranean. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. However, there's pizza and Italian food, pushing you over there. And then there's goddamn Greek food and everything else where like goat cheese involved and just like olives and just look, dude. Let's put the Greek food over here. Let's and call it Mediterranean, and let's just call everything else over here Italian or pizza.
So is that
It's
what you reckon
fine.
it is? Do you reckon when people refer to as what Mediterranean food is, they're basically just saying they don't want Greek food, but they don't want to sound racist. So we'll just say
Yes,
no Mediterranean food. That's fine.
yes, but also I don't think they're being racist. I think they're being
No,
very
that's what I'm saying.
specific.
They don't want to. They fear they might be perceived as
Oh, for
racist.
sure,
So like, oh, do you know, I'll just
100%.
say no Mediterranean food.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
when certain people, you don't want certain people at your house, and so you just go, oh, I want um no 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 plumbers.
Yeah, I don't want any plumbers
That
in my
means you don't
house.
want Italian people. It's me, Mario. They're all his plumbers.
That's so funny.
That was a
You're so
very vague
Philly.
joke, but there you go. Anyway, Today, at one point I don't like it, but the other time, if I was going to a catered event and they said, "Oh, all we've got is sandwiches," and I'd be like, and I turn up and there's tacos, I'd be pretty happy. So, I don't know, whatever. If you want to call it
It was a
taco
silly
sandwich,
story, and I think we went way off book. But yeah,
it is
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's one
pieces Mediterranean.
Waffle Box
Here.
151 is the drunkest episode we've ever done. You're not drinking enough. I think there's actual coffee in that mug. In that coffee mug.
No, it's
How dare you, sir? Drinking coffee out of your coffee.
It's Coca-Cola.
Hmm.
With
Anyway.
maybe a little bit of spice in it. Who knows? Anyway. Let's move on to people who are out there in the world doing their thing and achieving things. And then a nice, friendly Irish brewery said, "Yeah, good on you, kid. Here's a certificate to prove that you did things. Because you're out there achieving things. There's people out there who they say they're going to do things, but then they don't. They give up on their dreams, but you didn't give up on your dreams. You didn't give up on your dreams. So to commemorate that is a piece of fucking paper. Put it on the fucking wall." It's now time for this week's No More Record of the Week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
This week's Dumb World Record takes us to Canada, or America's Hat, where a city in Canada actually attempted to break a Guinness World Record, but shenanigans took part, Kush. Shenanigans.
Oh dear.
Where, imagine this, right? So you know what it takes to get a Guinness World Record recognized, right? You have to go,
Sure.
You have to contact the Guinness Book of World Records. You have to pay for someone to come out and adjudicate your attempt and all that bullshit, right? So these people did it, right? They did it. They did all of that, and then they got disqualified.
Oh.
And the reason they got disqualified is going to blow your mind. Right.
Hold on my hat here.
So a Canadian city's attempt to break the Guinness World Record for the largest, I'm going to emphasize that word, for the largest gathering of people dressed as dinosaurs was disqualified. And the reason that they were disqualified for the Guinness World Record attempt of most people gathered in one place dressed as a dinosaur was too many people turn up. What? Isn't that the fucking point? A lot of people are supposed to fucking turn up. That's how this works.
That is how that works. So what is the reasoning? What is it going on?
Okay, so
Explain
Travel
yourself,
Drumheller,
oh my god, what a
the
fascinating
tourism
name.
organization for the town of Drumheller, Alberta, said in a
Oh.
Facebook post that the April 27th record attempt in the city's downtown area attracted more than 3,000 people in dino dress. But officials from Guinness Book of World Records could not obtain an exact measurement of participants. A GWR adjudicator was present during the attempt who recorded 3,000 people through numbered bracelets and wristbands, but an accurate count could not be obtained due to them being unprepared for the massive turnout. Organizers believed there to be over 6,000 people there, but the Guinness World Record person could only count to 3,000 before he lost count or something, right?
What the hell?
So, right, okay, so we've already established that the person there whose sole job is to count how many people that were there dressed as a dinosaur, right, has already said, wow, there's 3,000 people here, at least, dressed as dinosaurs, right? So we've already got that bit.
Copy that.
Do you know what the previous record was?
Not 3,000.
252.
Oh, fucking hell.
So they smashed the world record.
Jesus. tap dancing, kickball, shuffle, chain, Christ here. What the hell, dude?
What the fuck did you disqualify him for? Just be, do you know what? There's probably more, but I've got to 3,000. That's more than the world record. Congratulations, you won.
Fucking
Jesus.
lop it off at 201 if you're that fucking lazy. You fucking cunt. That's my one cunt for the day.
So they said that the city is hoping to make the Jurassic Jamboree an annual event, and it will be better prepared for the next official world record attempt. No, you did your thing. You organized the thing, said, hey, come here, dress as a dinosaur, and you'll be part of this record attempt. And then people turn up. It was the Guinness World Records that were like, I hope they got their fucking money back.
Wrists here. Holy shit. Yeah. No. All the middle fingers to you and your adjudicator, Guinness.
Fucking
what the hell?
Dicks.
That no, it was wildly out of line, and someone should not have their job there. Guess what? It's the guy there. Damn. Seriously, you could have made up a number. You could have just said like, yeah, there's 3,000 people here. But you just lost track and got uninterested and disqualified them. Go fuck yourself.
Bullshit.
There you go. Well, that wraps up. Well, now we're going to get ourselves worked down again. You know, we're going to do some yoga.
As if we weren't stressed enough already. Yeah, fucking hell.
Deep breathing exercises.
Bones are popping already.
And then we'll be back. Maybe we need to get some Axe body spray so we can be calm like lambs last week. And we'll be right back after this short break with Birthday Blackjack. Stick around. See you soon.
Prepare for low prices.
Magic, this is first class.
I'll tell you what's first class. Old Navy.
This is Old Navy in Sphere of High Prices.
Joyce Brothers!
Old Navy's low prices are just what the doctor ordered.
What happened?
Step on it, Magic, and fly me to Old Navy.
Place your bets. It's now time for Birthday Blackjack.
I also like to live dangerously.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this. Welcome back to episode 151 of the Waffle Box. But if you are watching the standalone version, this is the May 22nd edition of Birthday Blackjack, a nice and fun game show where I give you 5 celebrity names that are celebrating their birthday on this very day. And you have to guess how old they are now with your margin of error defining your score. So obviously if the person is 50 and you guess 55, you're 5 out, so you score 5, and the whole aim of the game with 5 celebrities is to stay below 21 so you don't go bust. Simples.
Very simple. Except I'm like for the world on this. We haven't done all that long, but yeah, I have lost every match.
I could go back and see where you are. Maybe I will. I'll go back and do some statistics.
Yeah, there was like
on this.
1 or 2 events where like I got like to 18.
I think you managed it, yeah. So I might work out, what your record is, and then what your total score is.
It's not good. It's no good.
I think it's probably like 2 and I don't know how many weeks we've been doing this. It's probably like 2 and 6.
2 and 18. 2 and 12. Like it's all bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see how good you are. Let's see how knowledgeable of the celebrities that are born on May 22nd.
Well, we also have super fan Alex out there who's talking about like, when he hasn't gotten perfect scores, he's missed it within like 1, maybe 2, and I've called him out. I know you've had contact with him, but nothing else has been achieved here, and that's not on you, Mike Fish with a Y. I'm calling him a coward. I'm calling him out. I'm gonna make love to his woman, assuming he has a woman.
Well, if he doesn't, you're gonna be his wingman. You're gonna help him get a woman, and then you're gonna make love to her
while he sits in the corner. Hell yeah.
Let's go. He wants to be on here anyway. Let's
Yeah, I
start
lost
this
two.
thing off with
Fine.
5 celebrities that are celebrating their birthday. Are you ready, Mr. Hayes?
I'm super ready. Also super fan. My Alex.
Number 1.
Number 1, Guardians of the Galaxy star and brother of someone who does movies. It's Mr. Sean Gunn.
Okay. Yeah.
Not James Gunn, it's Sean Gunn. How old's Sean Gunn?
45.
You're only 45.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Gunn is 50, big 5-0.
Wow. Okay. Best opening I've had in a month at least.
Not bad. No, I think didn't last week or the week before you started off perfect score. And then it went steady downhill.
Was that last week? Okay. Okay.
It was either last week or the week before where you started off
Yeah,
-5.
I forget. We go into these and I just don't remember.
By the way, yeah, I forgot to mention that, the official rules. If you do get the age spot on, you're allowed to deduct 5 from your score. Kush just slid it in one day when he was like desperate for a win, but whatever, I'll allow him to have it.
Oh, we did it for the next
Number 2.
week, though.
Number 2.
Anyways.
Number 2, lead singer of the Smiths. And the guy that talks like this, it's Morrissey. Oh, I haven't got a...
Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't even know who this is.
You don't know Morrissey?
I know of Morrissey. I'm sure I've heard Morrissey.
Go on Spotify or the
Are we
YouTube.
talking about Morrissey, or I thought we were
Yes,
talking
his
about someone
birthday
else
today.
that's
Happy
related
birthday,
to
Morrissey.
Oh, okay. One of my
Harold
favorites.
Morrissey.
Again, I can't name you a Morrissey song, but one of my favorite Morrissey stories is he was on his way to a gig, and they were just getting ready to drive to the arena. Like, the arena's in sight, and the marquee misspelled his name, and like, move on to Cleveland, or whatever the next city was. And he's like, they misspelled my name. I don't have to perform there. And he's still got all his... Maybe he has money, maybe he didn't, but he's just like, okay, I'll go for it.
At this point, I feel that you're stalling for time now, and you're like Googling with the one eye on.
No, I just like telling
Harold
stupid
Morrissey.
stories. 62.
62.
Yeah, he's an old cunt.
Mr. Morrissey turns
That's my second
65.
Ooh, really?
Ooh.
That's amazing. He could have been 55.
Means your total score so far after 2 is only 8. Oh my god, you're cooking. You're cooking.
Waffle Box 151, the drunkest episode.
Number 3.
Contestant number 3. Co-founder of Facebook, Dustin Moskovich.
Yeah.
The guy that was played by Spider-Man in the Social Network.
Andrew Garfield.
That's his name.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that movie, you don't know who he is.
No. But it's a good movie. It's a very good movie.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Good movie. It's a good movie. It's got Justin Timberlake in it. How can you hate a movie with Justin Timberlake in?
Anyways. Mike with a Y. Fish. Let's go.
Yeah, well, how old is he?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wait for me.
I'm sorry, I thought you were going somewhere with that. He's 43.
43. Close but no cigar. He just turned 40. He's big 40. Life
Okay. Oh,
begins
shit.
30.
Dude, this is the greatest game I've had in
3
quite a
out.
while.
Takes you up to 11. You got a bit of wiggle room here, Mr. Hayes. I don't want to jinx it.
Dude, again, the last month and a half, like, I've like, just, like, blown out of the water. Like, oh, 73. I'm going to come back from this one. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's
Number
go.
4.
Number 4.
Number 4. Professional wrestler. The American Dragon. Bryan Danielson.
Okay. Daniel Bryan.
AKA
They're
Daniel
the same.
Bryan.
They're all the same guy. All 3 of them are the same guy. Dude, he is 45.
45 is your official guess. American
Please.
Dragon. Bryan Danielson turns 43,
It's the greatest
which
game I've
means
ever
you're
had.
2 out, which takes your score up to 13. So now, what that means, as long as you stay within 8 either side of this next celebrity, you could win this round. You could win this round.
I'm nervous and excited at the same time.
Deep breath.
Number 5.
Number 5. Author of the Zombie Survival Guide and son of funny man Mel Brooks, it's Mr. Max Brooks. How old is Max Brooks? Look at that, Kush is looking confident. He Googled this earlier.
No, I didn't. No, you don't tell me any of these details beforehand. I'm nodding because, 1, I read that book, and 2, I know who this guy is. And also, he's like 42 years old.
How old?
42.
He's, you're guessing, 42.
42.
Mr. Max Brooks is 52. That means you're 10 out. That means your score is 23. You have bust. You are a loser.
You lose.
Oh, how did you do that?
That's still one of the greatest games I've ever played in this segment.
You grasped defeat from the jaws of victory somehow. Bless
you know, I'm not mad at that loss. That was one of the.
I would be. Oh my god, if I was you, I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight.
Oh, well.
I'd be like in that crying game. I'd be like, I'd burn all my clothes and I'd cry in the shower. Max Brooks.
I mean, that only sucks for Max Brooks that I thought he was 10 years younger.
Well, it's a compliment, if anything.
Yes, but still, he's 10 years older. So, anyways, I lost, but at what cost?
Let us know if you're playing along at Waffle Box on X now officially. It's not Twitter anymore. Officially at Waffle Box. Let us know what your score was, or if you are watching the standalone version on YouTube, you can leave your score in the comments section below. But before we wrap up this week's Birthday Blackjack, real quick,
I want to interrupt you. I want to for the last year. So Twitter, now X, has been a thing for a year. However, for the last year, everybody has still been going, it's now X, but it was formerly Twitter. Are they going to still keep that up? Or are they just like, well, I guess it's X.com now?
It doesn't sound right. So I'm still saying Twitter. I
Yeah,
tweeted.
I've been saying Twitter also. Everyone else seems to be saying Twitter, except they have to include X, but they all keep going, formerly Twitter.
So I'm sure even if you go to twitter.com, you'll still direct to x.com anyway.
No, that was part of our problem tonight, sir.
Oh, well, that's stupid.
My link goes to twitter.com, and it was just stalling the entire time. Like, I sat here for 10 minutes just looking at an X.
Was it gonna give it to you?
DMX would be very disappointed because it did not give it to me.
All right, that would be one thing Elon should do. If you go to twitter.com, it should just be a big picture of DMX.
Oh, they would have to clear that with the state of DMX, but I guess what? I bet those folks would enjoy the money.
Anyway, before we wrap up,
want to give us $250,000 for DMX's or Earl Simmons photo? Sure, give us $250,000 or more.
About the contestant number 5, Max Brooks, right? So he wrote Zombie Survival Guide. He also wrote, I think, 2 other zombie. It was that World War Z and then something else.
Yeah, that's why I know World War Z.
There's 3, and so yeah, they took the 3 movies. No, sorry, the 3 books, and they were going to make movies.
About they were going to make movies.
Well, they made a movie starring Brad Pitt, who is one of my favorite actors, and zombie movies. I love zombie movies, so I was very excited about they were going to make a movie adaptation about this book that I really like, the Zombie Apocalypse Survival Guide, starring Brad Pitt. Oh my god! And now, if you haven't read the Zombie Apocalypse Survival Guide, it says very early on, possibly even page 1, I'm not sure, but it does state explicitly that zombies cannot run.
Oh,
and then your first sight of a zombie in the movie adaptation is this Usain Bolt looking motherfucker going nuts, and I was so pissed off. For fuck's sake.
I also left that movie with a negative reaction, like super duper negative reaction. Like I will never get elected to Senate with the reaction I had. I had read the book. I had read the book World War Z. I didn't read the Zombie Survival Guide, so I'm not
It's a
including
great
that
book.
in this. I didn't read the book after that. Whatever. Okay, but I read World War Z, and then I saw the movie, and they were not the same thing, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. However, I was like, you could have called this anything else, and this movie still pissed me off to the point where I was just like, it's only the second movie I've hated more than Batman versus Superman. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Otherwise, like it was I like Brad Pitt. I like Brad Pitt's acting. This was a bullshit ass movie. And they saw what there's multiple editions of that movie, Mike Fish. I don't know if you're aware of that.
No.
World War Z, the movie.
No, so my experience of it was, so a friend of mine, I won't mention his name just in case he doesn't want to be mentioned. And the story will tell you why. But so he works in the movie biz. He works in the movie biz.
Cool. Nice.
And so there was one time in London they were doing they do some early preview screenings of movies.
I understand.
And so luckily he managed to get me into one of those. So we went to get together. Just tiny little theater, maybe set 20 people.
Okay.
And
I love these stories.
Some bloke got up before they started, do the little speech, being like, this is this movie, and I'd like to thank all these people for helping make it happen, blah, 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 blah. Here's the movie. And so I was like, there's basically 19 people that were involved in making the movie and me sitting watching this movie.
Oh, dude, you're the sole fucking judge.
And at the end of it, it was kind of like, yeah, because I guess I was the only one no one recognized. So as I was leaving, I had a lot of people going, what did you think? Huh? What did you think? And I had to be like, because I didn't want to,
you don't want to shit on it, dude.
My buddy's breakfast, because I don't want to get him in it, because then it'd be like everyone would go over to him like, what did you bring him for? Blah, 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 blah. So I was just like,
I understand.
Really good. It's really, really good. I can't wait to see it in the bigger screen, and I'm gonna buy it on DVD and Blu-ray. And yeah, can I leave now? Jesus Christ!
You didn't say that. Oh no!
Please, no, I didn't say that, but I did say, oh yeah, it's great. It's great. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. Is that time already?
You gotta give these guys your honest opinion, man. Like,
if I was on my own, I would have done, but I didn't want to risk getting my buddy into trouble. So I was like, yeah, great movie.
So I understand, but no, you gotta give them your honest opinion. Otherwise, apparently enough people said this movie was bullshit, and then they made a whole other movie. It's kind of the whole Star Wars Solo story. Like the 95% of that movie was shot already, and then like, you guys trying to make this a comedy? What are you doing? And all right, we're remaking it, everybody, and so it was double the budget. Anyways, what I'm saying is, you gotta tell them your honest opinion, man. Like, please.
I just want to get out and get Nando's.
Dude, yeah, I hated World War Z the movie. I don't have a problem with Brad Pitt. I don't have a problem with Max so and so. But yeah, that movie was awful. Max so and so. Yeah.
Anyway, on that
Brooks,
note,
Max Brooks.
That was Birthday Blackjack. Happy birthday, Max Brooks.
Happy birthday, Max
Your books
Brooks.
are great.
They turned your movie into a terrible book. Drunkest episode ever. 151.
Shit.
Bullshit.
Anyway, let's move on to our brand new segment. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
It's now time to take us a journey to Baltimore, Maryland for this week's Strip Club Yelp Reviews.
It's now time for this week's Strip Club Yelp Reviews.
Yes, welcome to Strip Club Yelp Reviews, where I dive into the murky, murky, murky land that is Yelp. Not Strip Club. Strip Clubs are great. And find out what the people in that area think of their local strip clubs. So maybe in the future, if you're traveling, you go, oh, you know what? Actually, now I'm in this town. I heard Mikey on the Waffle Box talk about the strip club. We should check it out ourselves. Maybe. Who knows?
Mike with a Y.
Mike with a Y, not an I. Remember that way. Right. So this week's, we're going to go to Scores in Baltimore, Maryland, which is a great name because it is great because it sounds like a sports bar. So if you can be honest and say, oh yeah, we're going down, baby, I'm going down to Scores with the fellas tonight. Sounds like you're going to go watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to look at some titties.
That's probably how it started out. Also, I would like to add that on the West Coast here, Scores is a after-school program.
Oh dear. Well, so is this technically.
Where that helps people that with learning disabilities achieve better.
Bless.
Or at least it was in the 90s. So when I first heard of Scores on the East Coast, I went like, what the fuck? Anyways, we're going along, Mike, please.
We're going along. All right. By the way, new segment. If you do want to connect with us on X/AKA, formerly known as Twitter, at Waffle Box, let us know your local city or maybe your favorite strip club, and I'll read out some of the reviews on a future Waffle Box.
That would be awesome. Yes, please, please, please.
Anyway, so Scores in Baltimore, Maryland. Brandon H. writes,
Brandon H.
Beware of bouncers who lie about the cover charge to pocket the money. Uh-oh. So make sure you call to ask about cover prices. Also, do not check your text messages because they will assume that you're recording the girls inside the club and will ask to see your phone to verify it. Oh, he's really about the bouncers. The girls are mostly good looking. Mostly, that's good. Except on off nights before 7 p.m. on Monday through Thursday. Oh,
he's been there a few times.
You don't go to happy hour. It's better. Oh, that. If you go before Monday before 7 p.m. Monday to Thursday, where you will see women with gross flaws, I'm assuming he means gross, but gross flaws, like stretch marks covering their entire stomach. Hey, don't stretch mark shame.
Women are women,
Brandon,
dude, and they've had babies and they have to still work.
Well, not even that. So, they might just might have been a big girl and then they lost weight. Congratulations to them. Fuck you, Brandon.
Totally true. Totally true. Good point, Mike Fish with the Y.
Most of the time, however, a decent experience if you come in with a suit and tie. 3 stars. Very specific at the end there.
Whoa, what? Yeah, please repeat the last sentence there.
However, a decent experience if you come in with a suit and tie.
Fascinating.
Like, I feel like that is like, stop going on about the cover charge and the stretch marks. Why did you have a better time there when you had a suit and tie on? What happened? Tell me.
He did.
Brandon.
Yes, we need to know this, Brandon. Holy shit. So there's a bunch of things going on in here. One, he's definitely been there a handful of times to the point where he's
gone there every day.
He has too many expectations, despite the fact that he's been there at least one day, once every day for many months. Like, he was like, all right, it's June, I'll go on Monday. Maybe it's July, I'll go on Tuesday. Maybe it's August, I'll go on Wednesday. All right, let's just give him the benefit of the doubt that, like, this is a lengthy experience for him, and he's finally now giving the Yelp review. Even if he did this over 2 weeks, Jesus fucking Christ, he's been there a lot. Agreed?
I very much concur.
Yeah.
Next up is Melody K. Melody K. That's a good.
Sounds like a lady.
I assume so. I think she should be like an R&B singer. I'd buy Melody K's album.
Melody K's album
slaps.
Available on Spotify.com.
She writes, I assume she, but whatever. Whatever. Anyway, my friend paid $26 for a Long Island and Jack and a Long Island iced tea, I'm assuming, and a Jack and Coke. Insane, all capital letters. Now, I appreciate this is Baltimore, but for me, living in the tri-state area, let's just say that if I were to go into a gentleman's establishment and only get charged $26 for Long Island iced tea and a Jack and Coke, I'd be like, fuck me, is it happy hour? This is crazy.
Right.
But anyway, that's just me, I guess. Geography.
I think you're right. No, I think you're correct.
Anyway, he wasn't too happy. Ooh. We asked the host dude about the tables, and of course, you can't sit there unless you buy a bottle. Maybe we should have gotten there earlier to grab a better bar seats. We were about to buy their cheapest bottle, $60 for a table. Again, $60 for a table for a full bottle in a strip. That's a bargain. Like,
I mean, the tables I sit at are free, but I understand what's happening here. So
you will.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
Kush Hayes. I don't pay for tables. I get waved right in. VIP, baby.
But also, when people do pay for the tables, I know I have to leave. Very, very few and far between. But yes.
Bless you. Anyway, so I was about to buy the cheapest bottle, $60 for a table, but I was angry already at the prices at the bar and told my friends I thought we should leave. This place is clearly, all capitals, just out for your money. And they agreed. What? A business who's out to try to make money? Dun, dun, dun. Where's that? Thank you, Lathan. As for the girls, there we go. Okay, we're getting on back and course now. So as for the girls, the only one that came around when we were by the bar had massive fake breasts. In brackets, disgusting. Who are these people like?
Rude.
I hate stretch marks. Hate big
very
boobs.
rude.
And wasn't particularly appealing. I gave her $2. She said thanks and left. No little shake, dance move, or a smile. Work for your money, honey. Really disappointing.
Wow, so many fucking mixed emotions here.
I know, right?
So many fucking mixed politics. Like, you can't go, these women are being oppressed, but then this bitch didn't dance for me for $2. Like, you can't do that. You really can't.
Seriously, this woman, she's losing her mind over a $26 bar tab. She's expecting to get a show for $2. She would seriously, I don't want to harp on about this point, but if she ever came to New York, her head would explode. Like, good Lord. Anyway. However, the other girls that were on the main stage dancing, 3 out of 3 were attractive. I like that. Painting a picture for us. So we know there's 3 girls on the stage.
Of the girls were attractive.
100%. Knocked that one out of the park. Congratulations, scores.
That's not a constant, actually. So good.
Probably the best part of the place was the music. Kind of club/industrial/dancey remixes of other songs. You wouldn't think Pink Floyd as a dance song would be that great, but it was really cool. I enjoy a good strip club and will never go back to Scores, and I will be sure not to recommend it to my friends. They are only out for your money. F this place. 1 star.
Whoa. Damn. Wow.
She did spell F as well. She put EF. Just to make sure.
Good. Oh, only 1 F or 2 Fs?
1 F. So EF. Sounds like Swedish, maybe. EF this place.
No, I'm impressed she went that far.
She wasn't
yeah,
happy.
This is what we deal with, ma'am.
Anyway,
this is what
and
you deal
finally,
with when you go to. Oh well, finally, let's take it.
Finally, Kelly D writes, the girl I was with, her feet stanking so bad when she do that trick with her upside down. Just know I had to leave after that. 2 stars.
Probably wasn't her feet, but still, it's amazing. Could smell that. Awful.
Maybe that's her thing. You know, because there's a lot of foot fetish people out there. You never know. Maybe people pay extra for Destiny's stanky feet. You ever think about that, Kelly D? No.
Reread the sentence again, if you would, por favor.
The girl I was with, her feet stanking so bad when she do that trick with her upside down ... Just know I had to leave after that. 2 stars.
Okay, so she's doing a gimmick where she's upside down, so her feet, or if they're not this far apart from his face, they're banging the microphone, and they're this far from his face. So he's smelling her feet.
Yes.
That's not her thing. That's someone else's thing, and she is waiting for that dude to show up, or he's shown up, and she's now just like, yeah, everything else after this night is profit. Like that is what's happening there.
Well, I'd like to
Some
think that
or she
she
just
has.
has bad fucking hygiene.
No, I'd like to
There are
think.
three possibilities.
I'd
Sorry.
like to think she has pristine hygiene, but as soon as she sees Kelly turn up, she just grabs something that rubs it over her feet. Oh, this motherfucker! I know he's gonna ask her to dance with me. Give me my stinky. Here's my stinky feet.
No, no.
Yeah,
I'm confirming for you that's not a thing with any of these bitches.
Hey, we don't call them bitches.
No, I do. That's
They're
not a thing with any of these bitches.
biatches. Anyway, disclaimer, so we don't get in trouble. Scores has since been taken over by new owners and is now called the Penthouse Club, which is not subtle at all.
That's super duper funny. We had a penthouse club out here, again, in the neighborhood where all the strip clubs were in Broadway, in North Beach. Penthouse Club closed, I think pre-pandemic, about 5 years prior. So that's funny that's the thing. Okay, cool.
So there you go.
I'm
Shout
glad
out to the Penthouse Club in Baltimore, Maryland. If you do want your favorite strip club or your city or your town featured on a future Strip Club Yelp Reviews, again, let us know in the comment section below or on Twitter/X at Waffle Box. Give us the town or the strip club, and you might find them featured on a future Strip Club Yelp Reviews.
A lot of deja vu clubs.
Anyway, let's talk about movies now.
Oh, dude.
Let's talk
I got notes here.
movies. It's now time for a segment where Kush reviews a movie, and a segment that we like to call Kush's Movie Review.
Kush's Movie Review.
This week's movie review is If, which, spoiler alert, stands for Imaginary Friend. It's a movie about imaginary friend. I don't know. I've got nothing. I've got absolutely nothing. I should have prepared for this.
It's about imaginary friends.
About imaginary friends, starring those two fellas from The Office, Steve Carell and the other guy that did
John
things.
Krasinski.
John Krasinski. Ryan Reynolds is in it. Boom. And I'm going to assume Hugh Jackman, maybe.
Nope.
He's in it. No. Okay.
Surprisingly, no.
Oh.
Everyone else is in this. He is
What
not.
about who really loves doing like what about Justin Timberlake?
He might be in this actually. I will have to go over the IMDb list with you in a minute here.
Don't worry.
But
Just assume I'm right because I'm super smart. But anyway, Kush, how is this movie?
this is a really enjoyable movie. It's a kids movie. It's very much a kids movie. It's one of the original kids movies we've had in maybe 25 years, dude. I know we've had Shrek, we've had the Minions, everything else, blah 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 blah. But if what you just said was Imaginary Friends, but it's a terrible goddamn name. Just call it Imaginary Friends, but if is not good. This movie actually across the world has several different names. There's a Amigos Imaginarios. That's a better name.
Boom.
I can't read that shit in Japanese. Blue and Companion.
Ooh.
Companion is little girl. That's not the French name for companion, but still. Pertini Imaginary. Also, perfect. Way better name than If. They at one point we get into the movie and they go like, yeah, blah 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 blah. These are your imaginary friends, or if dot dot dot. Also, that could mean what if, and it's like you really just obviously everyone who reads English understood what that reference would be. if, but you had to really spell it out for the rest of us who read the short bus. So thank you. I really like this movie. I'm giving it a positive review. I have my negative opinions. I like to think we just covered them. I hope we just covered them. Anyways, it's if imaginary friends. It is PG, not PG-13, not G. PG. I was genuinely confused. I thought the last PG movie I'd ever seen was The Lion King from 2019. No, it was actually The Little Mermaid from last year. However, like that's how little PG movies we get. Also, folks
I'm
went
sure
like,
a lot of them come out. You just don't go see them.
"Thank you." A few folks went like, "You didn't see this, you didn't see that, you didn't see Wonka." I was like, "No, I didn't see Wonka." No, that's why I said I think the last movie I saw was The Lion King. Stupid. But thank you for reminding me what Little Mermaid. Anyways, 97 minutes.
Oh no, that's the wrong movie.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't catch
Aladdin,
that.
wasn't it?
That's okay. That's okay. No. Oh, A Whole New World? Yes.
Under the
I
sea.
just got it. That wasn't even an audio thing. That was just my brain cycling through it. It's like, oh yeah, no, that was Aladdin. No, that was Aladdin. Anyways, 97 minutes.
Oh, nice.
That's a nice,
Perfect.
tight fucking
Quite
movie,
like a
dude.
toiger.
Absolutely. Again, written and directed by John Krasinski. This is not based on anything. This is an original story, at least for John Krasinski. This is his third movie he's directed. The previous two were A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part Two. I don't know I don't remember what it was.
Wow.
I loved A Quiet Place. I was disappointed with A Quiet Place Part Two, but not because it was a bad movie, but I was just like, no, I want to see what John Krasinski can do after that. And I think that was possibly a strategic thing now through Paramount Pictures, which is all three movies involved in this were involved in. Anyways, again, we get John Krasinski starring. He plays dad.
Sorry, may I interrupt real quick?
Interrupt.
What would be really good if you wanted to go step away from A Quiet Place? How awesome would this if he did A Loud Place, where the premise of the movie is you have to be making noise, otherwise you die, and just the whole movie is the cast going for like 2 hours.
I think that would be terrible, but okay. I see what you're trying to do there, but no es bueno.
Different strokes for different folks, I guess.
No, I don't think anyone would want that. I think you were just trying to be different there for a second, off the cuff. I appreciate that.
I think it'd be
No,
good,
it's bueno.
but depending on the cast, of course.
Oh, well, you'll have to tell us on YouTube and or X or Facebook or whatever, folks. Let us know what Mike with the Y Fish's joke did there.
Mike would I know.
Where was I?
Talking about imaginary friends.
Got that part. Stupid. Anyways, this movie stars John Krasinski as dad. He's not in this movie a lot, which is because he's directing the goddamn thing. But he's there. He is playing a man who's going through he's having a heart issue. He's having a coronary issue. It's so non-benign that, I mean, he still has to have the surgery, but like he's in there for a week. He's going to be okay. And spoiler alert, at the end, he's okay. But he's got great goddamn insurance. All right, everyone should want John Krasinski's dad insurance on this one. Ryan Reynolds is in this. We've talked about that a bunch, I think, this tonight. For the first time in like a decade plus, Ryan Reynolds plays like 10% of himself.
Mm.
He's there. He's definitely a character. He makes a little, but he's not Ryan Reynolds. And because it's a PG movie, he's definitely not cussing. He's not doing any sexual innuendos. Um, he's just he's just trying to be funny for the cast, trying to be funny for the audience, trying to be funny for the kids. He's I genuinely don't understand if he's actually an imaginary character himself, but he's there, and it's just he's very pulled back, and that's not a bad thing, honestly. Um, there's a girl named Kaylee Fleming. She plays the character named B. She's the 12-year-old child in this, and her dad is John Krasinski. She's okay. I don't want to bring her down. I don't want to talk shit about her. She's only just okay. Um, she's the girl in the movie. The end, really, honestly. But she's the entire movie. So most would say she's carrying the movie on her back, and yeah, okay. And that's why this movie's gonna get a 4 out of 5. Like she does a good job, but it's nothing memorable. 5 years from now, when we're doing Waffle Box 535, we'll talk about her again, and I'm gonna like, oh my god, she's the best thing about this thing. Blah blah blah. Blah. She's still 12 years old now. She's
She was
growing into
shit in
it.
If, but now she's great.
Yeah, fair enough. There you go. Steve Carell plays the imaginary friend Blue, who is also purple, and the explanation is his owner or whatever the word they use for that, which is probably not professional these days. Anyways, they're colorblind. So Steve Carell's character is blue. The name is Blue, but the entity is purple.
Gotcha.
And that is funny. And ha 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 ha. And then Louis Gossett Jr. plays Teddy Bear, and the late great Louis Gossett Jr. plays Teddy Bear. Look, this is a fantastic movie. Our review went already too long, I think. It went 97 minutes in the theater. Don't show up late for this stupid. It's very good. Feel free to bring your kids. They made this as trauma-free as they could, considering the dad is going through heart surgery for all this. And then after all that, like it's fine. It's really good. I don't know if this is gonna be memorialized. I don't know if this is gonna have a place in cinematic history 10, 15 years from now. Like, oh, that's off. If when I was 8. I don't know if that's gonna be a thing. But this was a very good movie. I think it's the only PG movie we've covered in this calendar year. And if you can see it in the theater, good. If you see it on streaming, that is probably what's going to happen for the next 5 years. So again, if Imaginary Friends, 4 out of 5, it's very good. It's very good. Again, Ryan Reynolds pulling way back on this when he is the star of the film, but yeah, he's not playing Ryan Reynolds.
That's a shame. I like Ryan Reynolds when he plays Ryan Reynolds.
I think you'll still like this movie.
I'll be the judge of that, sunshine.
Okay, well,
which I guess
you'll tell me what's on
anyway.
Netflix.
That's real quick. That's a stupid threat when people say that. I'll be the judge of that. Yeah, well, I guess it's your opinion.
Sure.
So yeah, you will. I guess anyway. If 4 out of 5 from John Krasinski.
Yeah, it's really good.
Well worth checking out. If you have seen it, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Give us a thumbs up so the algorithm fools other people into watching this video as well. We can take over the world. We sure appreciate it. But let's wrap up this week's Waffle Box, as we always do, giving you those warm and fuzzy feelings inside. So you go to bed and you go, oh, you know what? Oh, it's kind of weird. They were talking about panda dogs, and I think one of them tried to shoot his own hand off with a power washer. It's kind of traumatizing, but now I feel good. I feel calm again because it's this real nice, feel good story of the week.
Come here, bitch.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
This week's feel good story takes us to Sandhurst, which I think is in England, if I'm correct. But makes sense.
Can't
Anyway,
help you with that.
feel good. This is not only a feel good story. This is a what the fuck my mind is blown story, which I love. So a woman who saved her twin sister from a crocodile attack by punching it in the face.
Fuck yeah.
Will receive a King's Gallantry Medal.
Hell yeah.
Georgia Laurie, 31 from Sandhurst, repeatedly hit the reptile in the face after it attacked Melissa while they were swimming in Mexico in June 2021. The twins from Berkshire, this is definitely from England then, were out swimming during a guided river tour in a lagoon near Puerto Escondido to see the water glowing with bioluminescence when the crocodile attacked. Now, look, I'm not judging anyone. It's not the point of the story, but there's no chance I'm swimming in a lagoon in anywhere, let alone Mexico. That seems like a sketchy thing.
I wouldn't be there either.
Like, stick me in a boat, but I'm not swimming in there. Anyway.
No boats. Just staying on the land.
I want one of those boats. You know, one of those boats with the giant fan behind you.
Sure. You'll find that in Florida.
Boom. That's where I'm going to be. Anyway, the twins.
I won't be there either.
The twins themselves were treated in hospital where Melissa developed sepsis and was put into a medically induced coma.
What?
Obviously, thankfully, she later recovered. Georgia said, "I feel really privileged to get this award. It's a silver lining to have come out of the terrible ordeal." And just to give you a heads up of what these badass bitches are up to in the future, because on August the 11th, the pair are set to swim the Thames Marathon to raise money for two causes, PTSD UK and Compañeros en Salud, a charity in Mexico which provides essential aid and medical training to communities in Chiapas. They hope to raise over £4,000 through the endurance swim between Henley-on-Thames and Marlow. So there you go. Shout out to Georgia and Melissa Lowry, mostly Georgia, because she continuously punched a crocodile in the face. That's amazing.
I couldn't do that. I don't know if I could do that.
No.
There was a movie with Idris Elba. We covered it here called Beast. Idris Elba punched a lion in the face once, and it still got mauled. You're like, oh, what?
But even if I managed to do it once, I would just be so shocked and impressed. I'd be like, oh my God, I just punched a crocodile, and then by that time he's eating me.
Right?
There you go. Congratulations or shout out. But anyway, that wraps up another episode. All nicely in a nice little bow. Episode 151 in the books. If you do want to continue listening to our beautiful voices, Kush, he does another podcast called The Microdose, which is still available at bossnet.family. What are the fine folks of the Syrup Squad to look forward to this Friday with Microdose?
Oh my God, we're bringing back James Marshall, and he's talking about the 11th and final season of Cheers from your hometown of England, UK, and it's going to be a good time. Well, it's definitely a town for us. Thank you. Sorry, there are states bigger than yours. States bigger than your country. States smaller than your country. All the same. Anyways, James Marshall is going to be on the show. We're going to talk season 11 of Cheers. It's going to be a good time. Check us out on Friday.
Perfect.
Marvelous stuff. So yeah, you can check us out again on social media. X, go and give it to you at Waffle Box. You can follow me at Mike Fish, with a Y, not an I. And you can follow him on Facebook at Cushford Hayes. But until then, it's a good night from me. It's a good night from him. Lathan, any final thoughts?
Well, I'd like to just leave you all with this fun fact. According to a 1993 study, the maximum power a horse can produce is 18,000 watts, which is around 24 horsepower. So one horse can produce 24 horsepower. Let that sink in. Anywho, sweet dreams, you crazy sons of bitches.
Wait, what? Why is it called horsepower if one horse can do 24 horsepower? Oh, jeez, I'm not going to sleep.
I'm sure we can find a scientist that would help us with that.
Now, if you know why a horse, why is it called horsepower if one horse produces 24 horsepower? That doesn't make any fucking sense. But whatever. Maybe we'll come back to that next week. Until next time, try to take care of yourselves. And each other.
That's all, folks.
Play me off, Johnny.